be on, she messaged me
Okay,
that she was waiting. I was like, you got like half an hour.
yeah, see, this is where everything went haywire when I hit this.
Hey, sure.
Oh, there we go, wait, so now, see, this was not there. Okay. That's perfect, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so
It's like it's good one. Oh, my God, I'm not sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, because it's recorded. Why is that so?
that's just your, though.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just minimize that or you can have one.
Yeah. I kept buying it, so I was to make sure no one's trying to get in. Alright,
But this is working, okay.
it's working fine, so.
Alright.
Alright,
Okay, cool.
yeah, so we're good. We're good now. We have some issues with the wiring for the first meeting. So that's one.
It might have just been a Jacob, like, computer issue or something,
Well,
something.
that's what I got, yeah.
Just like it on the weather.
There you go. There, I like that idea too. That's good though.
Yes. So I know on the regular board workshop, they were talking about the two-factor authentication. Do you know what they decided? What they said?
I believe it's in 90 days. They're still gonna keep it. It's gonna be 90 days. Like every 90 days you have to agree.
That's fine as long as it's every 90 days.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
But I'm not putting another authentication method on mine.
Well, is that what the whole thing is because that was.
We already have 11 other authentication methods.
Yeah.
Right? I have all these other ways. I'm not adding any more Microsoft crap to my phone than I already have.
So how do you do emails now? So if you go onto you, because I think you're the one that's really.
I'm the only one that can get to it because I had access from last year.
Oh,
And so because I had access, I didn't have to set up the new, I still had some access.
does anyone still have, let me just say, hold on one second.
Also, we have some things. Why?
And you know, it's fast. First, attention.
Do I use what app? Belly. Turn on progression.
It's hard.
No, I didn't know what app that is. It's really very good. It's kind of fun. I mean, I use an app that tells me what restaurants in Florida have passed their state inspections and which have not. This is a little more lighthearted than. This is the ones that aren't gonna kill me when I eat.
Think about using this, I'm gonna send you a link and, it's just private, so, you rate it like you do on Google, but it's not published, it's just for anybody to your participant. And it can actually help you find really good restaurants.
Okay,
Postpone it, they're not doing it. They're not planning on doing, they postpone it for 90 days.
so my issue isn't having two-factor authentication.
Mhm.
My issue is the fact that they were only making it so that you couldn't get it over the phone.
Yeah.
I don't care if I get a code in my phone and have something. That's not a big deal. My issue is that I'm not putting Microsoft 2FA on my phone because I already don't deal with Microsoft anyway, because I don't even have.
Yes, that's it.
I do. All my devices are up. I'm just hanging out here.
Monkey see. Monkey pad, monkey see. I was waiting for more people to pop in. How many? Did Sue say she was on?
Susan,
Yes, I'm
she's-
on.
Get it there, I know it. I know it.
Can
Sorry,
you hear me?
I know, we can, thank you.
Hi, Sue.
Hi.
We can definitely hear you. We can't see you.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Somebody did show that she was on, that's why I thought it was fun.
He's not in.
No, that's good, that's what I was saying, am I not? I
And
know.
I think Rod said he was gonna call in, although he may not have gotten your email.
That's what I was worried, yeah, that's what I'm worried about, not that. Oh,
So I forwarded it to Sue. I was like, I'm probably breaking a rule, but I'm gonna make sure she did.
listen, you know, well, this you can get off the internet, off the website too, so.
Right.
But.
I just forwarded her the agenda. I mean, but Rod may not have the info.
Well, that's what I just told Jacob that I didn't have it.
Katie will be here.
Was she, does she have a phone? She got the information.
She and I messaged earlier.
That's okay, as long as we have a forum.
And you know the Monday night was wrong.
You took, well, you sent me an email
It
last.
was wrong today.
What do they have today?
So it's close. They got 2 out of 3. So I guess, credit for that. They have Tuesday, July 14th. From 5:30 to 7. It's a CCFC meeting.
She did.
So it's here, but also it's Monday, not Tuesday. So we have 2 out of 3. Like, hey, are you, just peachy. Also, the website still has the wrong committee people listed on it.
Oh my God, that's the least of our problems.
It's got Paul and Leslie and,
Trust me.
oh, I know, there's a whole host of things, but I was just like,
Put it in an email, we can get that fixed very quickly.
so,
We can. Have you sent
Monday,
it?
no, Monday night was so wrong.
She has.
Monday Matters hasn't been right since I've been on the board. That's 3 years.
I mean, they got 2 out of 3. They did say July 14th at the time,
Well,
but the wrong location.
Yeah.
And they did it small.
which, no, I hope that's not why.
Well, it's just a Tuesday, July 14th, so if you're not paying attention to the,
It should have been, yeah. You know what it is, because we usually, on Tuesdays,
I know,
anybody.
I know, but even still,
Which,
they got.
our next meeting could be on a Tuesday, it'll be here, probably we will book it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's put out for a forum, when we have a forum, we start talking about dates for that.
How many committee members do we have currently? 7?
We have 6, so we can do 4.
Claire, and we can either, if she gets approved at the next meeting.
I don't see for sure.
I don't see why I'm moving.
I don't see that either. Yeah.
So,
But are we gonna have quorum? Because I don't even think we can have this meeting.
We can't, and we should, we have Sue, Rod said, I don't have Rod's number until I give him the correct dial, he's traveling. Katie's somehow here. Katie said she would be here, because she and I were messaging, when texting today. And I do it over Anthony, because I don't have his on text. Where is Sean? Where is Sean? I do not know if he knows that this, he should know this would have been his first meeting,
Nothing else Tuesday.
probably.
Hi, I'm sorry, I didn't see your name. Who just joined?
Hi, it's Anthony.
Oh, hey, Anthony.
Hey, Anthony.
Sometimes it's not popular.
Hello.
No, you
Just
good.
so you guys are
Oh.
aware, I will only be able to be here till about like 6:15. I
Okay.
have rehearsal. It starts at 6:30, and I'll have to go in a bit early before that. So just wanted to give you a heads up. I'm not going to be around for the second part of the meeting.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll get a bunch of people here and we can actually have a forum. Right now, we got me in the room with Danny and with Jared, and the, phone has Sue and you.
Okay. I know Rod said that he also was going to try to do it through
Yeah,
Teams,
it's-
but I saw the
he's
email
traveling.
going back and forth that there might be some, I don't know, maybe you didn't have it set up or something.
Is Sue online?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Hello. Yeah, well, I was-
Yeah, it's not like the cards.
Over there? Oh, we should have been here last.
Oh, no.
It wasn't.
Okay, we had left you.
Okay, so.
You got them as a like amenity for like parts.
Hey, guys.
Anthony's online. Hey, Sue.
Hey, the thing is you are very hard to understand because there is such a long echo with everybody speaking except for the gentleman that just signed in.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's more, yeah. But I think when everyone is speaking, when we have members that are through Teams, I'm sure the microphone is like really far away from everybody. So I think just to confer with Sue, like I think I'd like to ask everyone to speak clearly and one at a time.
Yes,
And
Okay.
yeah, if there's any like side conversations or if you're talking with each other, I think that is going to be harder for us to hear and be a part of. I know some of
Yes.
that just kind of comes with the territory, but just be aware, we won't be able to partake in any of those conversations if it's not made out loud very clearly.
there you go. Correct.
That absolutely makes sense.
Can we call me to order? It's all the way at the screen.
All the way.
Danny, are you joining on the laptop?
I'm John, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so if you mute that mic and use the laptop microphone, they're gonna hear a lot better.
I'm only able to use my phone right now.
It won't work like that. Games.
Well, the thing is, if
Yeah,
I
Sue,
back, they won't
Sue, you
hear.
sound great. I
I
can hear
sound-
you
Yeah,
perfectly.
and
You're
you do
definitely not.
too. You sound perfect to
Yeah.
me too. It's
Fine.
the group.
You do not.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's the room.
Anthony.
Okay.
So hang on a second, we're not started yet, and I think all of the commotion was when two people just walked in and we were all greeting each other. I'm gonna call the meeting to order, since Anthony has to leave at 6:15. I believe we have a quorum. So, I will call the meeting to order. We have Sue and Anthony on the phone. In the room, we have Jill, Katie, and Jean, as well as Jared, our liaison, and Danny. Were you able to hear all of that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm trying to talk a lot slower than you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, that was perfect.
Okay.
Okay, do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
I think we're missing, we need to go back from.
We need a motion and a second to adopt the agenda to modify.
The agenda. Oh, okay.
You have to motion to make the changes.
Correct. So, do we have a motion?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Okay, she motion,
I'll second.
second, all in favor?
No, any changes?
Oh, any changes?
Yes.
Two factor, motion to add two factor authentication.
Okay. We are adding a discussion about two-factor authentication for our emails onto the agenda.
Onto today's agenda or last month?
Today.
Today's agenda.
Got it.
so that Jared can update us on it.
Who motion? Mhm.
So all in favor of the modifications?
All in favor of the modification? Yes.
Yes,
In favor.
in favor.
Everybody's in favor? Okay. I skipped owner comments. Do we have any? Claire,
have no comments?
for those on now, for those on the call, Claire is also in the room.
Okay,
Hi, Claire.
Hello. Okay, so let's talk about approving of the meeting minutes. Can I have a motion?
That's from last week, or last month.
That's second, I just, okay.
All in favor of approving the meeting minutes?
in favor.
In favor.
Okay, done. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to elect an actual chairperson. So Danny, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, so. John, we still.
Yeah,
Cool, okay, so I have John, and I have Jill who wants to. Vote for the chair, so we just need to vote for either John or Jill. Whoever gets the second, they will become the co-chair, but I will be working with both, so. I would say we can vote who we believe that we should, that would help us be a better committee. I can just say, we can say, I vote for Jill, we'll go to one by one, say, I vote Jill, I vote John.
Okay,
Do
Okay,
you need
so,
to say anything?
well, I'll let you guys say something, well, Jill, you go first.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I am requesting to be the chairman again. Well, the actual chairman as the co last night. Because I was co last time. I've been on the committee for, I think, 6 years now. We've gotten some things done. We've gotten some things not done. But I've helped us run a few successful events. We've done 2 parties now. We've done various things with having dog trainers come in, Melania, and things like that. And I think I can help us continue to meet the goals that, as a committee, we would like to achieve in the dog park.
I'm John, for those of you who don't know me, I think I've gotten to meet everyone. I guess kind of keep it brief. I moved to Celebration luckily about a week after COVID started. So, but the dog park has been integral with, I would say, my both development of love in this community and also the relationship I have with a lot of its community members. Something I frequent twice a day almost. I have a background in resort management, specifically as a national director for resort companies. So I've got a little bit of experience in dealing with just different properties throughout the US and grounds and resorts and all the upkeep and stuff that comes with it, and just someone has and uses it so much. I thought I could be beneficial to the committee this year.
So I assume, Jill, you would be voting for yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay, so one there, and John, I assume you're voting for yourself.
Sure.
All right, so. Katie,
I'm gonna vote for Sean.
John? Anthony?
You just put a number.
Yeah, I just want to say that I think both of you would be fantastic at this. Like, I know that Jill, you've been very dedicated. I've seen the work that you've done, and especially like with the weekend that was in June, like just the work that you put into is tremendous. I am going to vote for John. Only because I know him a little bit better. I'm still fairly new to Celebration within the last year or two, but I think both of you would be really fantastic. And this was, it's hard to choose, but my vote is for John this time.
Okay, Sue?
I have known Jill for a long time and I really don't know John, so I will be voting for Jill.
Yes, now I got 3-2. So right now John's 3, Jill's 2. Do I have anybody else online? Rod? Anybody else online? Okay,
Yeah, I don't think everything is already, we can't access.
yes, okay, all right, so John, you are now the 125, 126 chair. And you're getting me the culture.
Comment now?
We're on the same team.
Yeah.
Go to work, mate.
Just comment. I just wanted to say, I think we're really lucky to have such experienced people. And I mean, both of your talent sounds amazing for the continued good health of that dog park.
I'm gonna continue to do what I would
Yeah.
do, so.
We're all on the same team. All right, very fun. Yeah.
Very
It's
congratulations.
beneficial
Yeah.
that we have a lot of people on this committee too.
Absolutely.
so.
And like, even if it's just us picking up torches that you've put down because you're tired of fighting the same fight, like.
No, I'm so glad. This is the first time in a few years, I think, that we've had a full show
Yeah.
of people who actually want to make a difference, rather than they're just like, I think I'll show.
Mhm.
So I'm really glad that we have Anthony and John and soon to be Claire and Katie all on the team. Stu and I have been through a lot in the last few years, so I'm really glad that we've got a group that is interested and dedicated to making our amenity as good as it can be. So,
Okay.
go ahead.
Can I interrupt and ask, is everyone on the committee signed the code of conduct?
No.
John hasn't, Sue hasn't. And then if Claire.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The code of conduct.
You signed it last time.
So the only one I could get was,
I-
and Sue.
I'm sorry, I still didn't understand the question. I apologize. If it's not
Okay.
important, then that's okay.
No,
It's, you've already done it.
it's the code of conduct, Anthony.
Oh, got it. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
that
only,
is-
the
okay,
only
thank you.
two I haven't gotten was, John, because he wasn't on the committee yet, and Sue, you were out of town.
Well, I thought I signed it when I was in town, right before I left.
All right, let me double check on that.
Okay,
You gave it to me?
I thought I did,
Double
yeah.
check. Okay, so if that, hopefully that's the case and it's just John.
Okay.
And if you can email that.
Yeah.
So that you guys can say.
So do you want me to continue, or do you wanna start running it?
Come on, I can say it.
You don't just stay on the chair, so you need help.
He's here, and not that parliamentary procedures of it, so bear with me. So we finished voting, so now we're on to, item number 3, which is the dog park anniversary grand opening event discussions.
Sure. So this was so we could talk about the recap of the event, which I think went really well. The feedback from both Park Bus and Scoop was that they had a lot of fun and they really enjoyed it. All of the people that I photographed with their pets loved it, even Danny. I pictured Danny. I think it went over really well as an event. I think the time went well. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Mostly, yes.
Yeah, I think that for a time period, it went well. It was super hot, but we had ice cream and water and we sold some of our items, I think. And yeah, I think it was good. What do you guys think?
I think other than the heat, it was great. Everybody seemed really excited to be there. We handed out a lot of applications. And then we also got to make a little boy's day who was autistic and visiting with his grandmother. And he was very overwhelmed and he just wanted to go meet the dogs. And so I spent like 30 minutes in the park with them, he was just sitting on the bench, like, I think Bo like adopted him for about 20 minutes. And that was like a very touching community moment.
I thought it was great.
I just
So-
want to call out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to call out, I had some people from the small dog side, because I know a lot of us are on the big side, but they really appreciated the event. There was lots of like thanks and congratulations from that side. And I wanted to say, like, Jill, you freaking kicked butt. Because not only were you offering your services like for the photography, which by the way, Danny had a great picture in there. But doing all the legwork to bring in Scoops, to bring in the Bark Bus, get Melania here, get the raffle baskets from the Wolfgang Bakery, like that was you know, that was like footwork that you did. And if I didn't realize someone else was part of that, then I apologize. Please correct me. But to my understanding, that was all on Jill's shoulders. And I just want to like really call her out on that. Like she did a fantastic job. I think it went really well.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of between
Yeah.
committees, so I,
The vote kept getting pushed back.
I thought it was good. The photos came out great. I know the Dolphins I go to a little bit in Austin, like looked at all of them and thought they were phenomenal. I really enjoyed seeing a lot of people that I hadn't seen at the dog park before. And I will say since we've had the first couple of weeks afterwards, we had a definite spike in attendance, which I think was great. There's been some continued people coming, which I think was good, kind of served the purpose. I think like myself, I didn't know when I moved here that the dog park was a thing until I got a dog and it just showed up on Google and I was like, oh, I got to get a resident sticker in this. And so I think that's a big thing in the community is a lot of people just doesn't know that it exists and it's out there. And seeing you there, the Bark Bus was great. I didn't know it was a thing. That was Nacho's dad. I met Nacho. Nacho's old dad was one of the dogs in Bark Park. It's since then I've followed them on social and they're doing like I think this past weekend they took a bunch of dogs from Celebration to the beach. Yeah.
I think
And,
that's
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So I thought it was a good turnout. I'd like to see more of that stuff going on, maybe even stuff at the farmer's market, maybe like some info things here and there, you know, not every, Sunday, but I definitely think getting the word out there that it's there to a lot of residents is gonna be a thing. I love seeing the local vendors. I think there's something here. Participate, yeah.
I think the issue with the farmer's market is just a manpower, right?
No, the farmer's market isn't run by.
Oh, right,
The
okay.
farmer's market is run by Lexington or some other, so, yeah, so that's a completely, now we can, and we have in the past, had a booth at Food Truck Friday.
Yeah.
Where we've sold merchandise and we've sold the, like the bricks and talked about the dog park, just like we did there.
Yeah.
And we can absolutely do that again. I wouldn't wanna do it every month.
Yeah.
But maybe once a quarter, we schedule us to be up there and, you know.
We talked about,
Strategically pick some fair weather months. And
yeah,
it's-
absolutely. I feel like we've talked about too, like where the farmer's market was concerned, like having extra materials in Wolfgang or something like that. For people to be aware as they're like walking in and out of the shops. Yes, I know you have a good relationship with people who want.
Mostly it's getting people that are residents to know, because there are lots of complaints on Google reviews about our dog park being for residents only.
I'll bring that up in
But I'm okay with it.
new items, but I had something in mind for that. They, when I go back from Louisiana and visit, both my friends' community and my mom's, they do a day pass. And you have to buy it. It's like $40 for like the week or whatever. But just, you email the vaccines. So I think it's something we could do here. When I go a lot during the day, especially on the weekends, most of my job is on the phone. And so I'm there at 10, 11 in the morning when people are coming from that Amelia Hotel and other places and they just don't know. Because it does pop up on Google Maps and it's like in the fine print. But it's private. I'm like, I see so many people that come and are like, oh no, it's a private thing. I'm like, it's all day pass. And people, there's a lot of people here on vacation, even just visiting Celebration that bring their, like, my mom comes and she brings her dog and I just, I know it's probably not the right part to say it, but I sneak in my mom's dog when she's with us, but I would gladly buy like a week pass for it, if that makes sense, but it's true.
Sorry, I was gonna interrupt and refocus us back to the agenda. We can cover that, but my job is to like keep us on track.
No,
Take care.
so.
Hey, guys,
Anyone, okay,
Hi, Sue.
excuse me. The only reason I'm interrupting is when you start talking fast, it turns into one long echo.
no, I'll try to slow down.
And I want to hear what you say.
Okay, absolutely. But I think the word is we've got to get back on track. So is there anything else anyone wants to add to the dog park anniversary grand opening discussion?
Yes, so I'm going to go over what we made. So we sold 4 bandanas, 1 tote, 2 magnets, and 1 dog park bundle. And we made a profit of $96.85. Our budget, so our budget before all of this was $17,073. And so 1 cent. Then we bought the waters, which was $10.30. That was 17,063.61. And then we made the $96.85 for our merch. And now our total is $17,160.46. So that's what we get, that's our current budget.
Excellent. Thank you, Danny.
Very well.
Thank you for that, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
So moving on, item number 4 is the dog park updates.
No,
You're looking for the notice.
Oh,
That's the.
yeah.
So the next one will be,
ups and
Okay,
downs.
Fox and Pine. Well, we need to start with that. This is.
okay. So, Anthony, well, Sue, you would know this, but Anthony, once a year, we have an event that the Parks and Rec and Lifestyle puts together that the dog park committee participates in. So this year, the Pups and Pints is scheduled for January 17th, 2026 at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. There is a events meeting on August 12th to the 4th at the complex meeting room. That's the spot that we all meet at when we have the dog park over by the soccer field. Okay, so
Okay.
we have a choice. The dog park committee has a choice that they can be a sponsor or they can just participate. Either way, what I'm going to do when we decide if we want to either be a sponsor or participate, I'm going to have a meeting with Jill and John to discuss more. And my recommendation to the dog park committee is to show up at the events meeting on August 12th and discuss how the committee wants to participate, either as a sponsor.
You said the meeting is 2 to 4, right?
Negligible.
Yeah, that eliminates it.
No worries, as long as I have somebody from the committee.
I'll be there, I usually go when we have problem.
I can talk to you guys before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as long as one of us.
Yeah.
The big question as far as like sponsor versus participant is what the dollar amount is.
Exactly, yeah, and that's what we're discussing at the meeting.
So,
What's the question? They want.
So they
Dog
want,
park
they
committee
want
to
to
sponsor?
a sponsor
No,
or to participate.
no.
They can participate.
Yeah, so
so,
you want this man to pay money to grow it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's.
We don't need to have a meeting to talk about it.
That's the truth. I don't say they have to.
I know.
No one's saying they have to.
I'm saying it's not happening. That's
Well,
ridiculous.
then, so let me phrase that, everybody. So the dog park committee can participate in the January 17th, 2026 Pups and Pints.
so Sue has been here for it, and I don't know if Anthony's ever gone. Typically, we have our booth there. We usually man the booth and we sell stuff. We have tried in the past to sponsor or to participate in the costume contest. That has been met with less than successful efforts on, everything. But also, this is the second time they're actually inviting us to come to their planning meetings for it. Previous to this, they didn't invite us at all, and we were like, we're the dog parks committee, why are we not more involved? I kind of fought for that last year, so now we are going to be more involved in Pups and Pints. And I think we should use this time now to brainstorm what kind of participation we would like to.
Yeah.
Do we want to actually run the costume contest and be like, we'll take that as ours? Do we want to do some other kind of fun dog-related thing? I don't know. I personally still call the whole thing Posh Pooch because that was a lot cuter and classier to me, but it's been Pups and Pints for a few
It
years.
was called the Posh Pooch and the dog park was not invited.
Yes.
Not advice to the plan of it.
To the plan.
It's a,
No, like a dog focused event,
Yes.
and you're not gonna invite the dog park committee.
It's a disconnection within our
Business.
But as of now, we've been part of the plan.
Yeah.
And that's what we're gonna continue to do.
Yeah, so I will be at the meeting on the 12th, so whatever we wanna like put forward or whatever, just let me know.
Is this where we talk about promo items?
Not yet.
Not
if you can pass that to Nikki about the sponsorship, that just needs to go away. I don't know where it came from, but
I didn't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
I know, but like, I want that to make it all the way down the food chain. I don't want it to be just a
Don't worry.
number, like that's. We should get sponsors, I agree. It should not be us sponsoring.
That's how we're gonna get our $17,000.
No. We're going to be discussing
We are gonna be discussing it.
down here. No.
Okay. Does anybody have, I'm sorry, I'm totally
Yeah,
kidding.
no, you're fine.
Because that's what I do.
We can answer that. The only thing I will add is I was lucky enough, unlucky enough to go to a Golden meetup in Austin. And they did do a lot of stuff that I've seen at the Pubs and Pints here, a lot of other like fun stuff, but I think that's kind of, that's a topic for a different discussion once we get closer to the meeting and stuff, but that's it for me. Anyone else have anything else for Pubs and Pints?
My point is, this is July, it is 6 months from now, when we meet once a month, we have to kind of plan a lot earlier. And that has been traditionally our issue is that 2 months before, we're like, ooh, what are we gonna do? Now we have time.
I have a question about this past year's event. Who paid for the character artists?
He's a vendor who comes every year.
Okay. Cause that was a huge hit.
It always is.
Yeah.
I mean, I have probably 5 characters of my own, one dog, so. But yeah, so all of the rest of that, like the food trucks and the vendors, that's all part of the events committee and their planning, and they have people pay to be vendors.
And what are the other components to the event? Like what's the
They
costume?
do a costume contest, they will typically have training demonstrations, sometimes for Melania. They sometimes have canine demonstrations from the Osceola Sheriff's Department. They have various kinds of things, so, you know, if we can, in the next month, brainstorm some ideas amongst ourselves, then maybe we have some things that we can contribute to. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which we will put that on the next agenda.
yes, it should absolutely stay on the agenda until the end of time. Well, because
So we should definitely meet after the August 12th date.
Oh, yeah.
we have,
Well, we can also email each other too. If there's things that, hey,
what's
Guys, I got-
Plenty of time, it'll be many times, just do this 1 hour a month, it's, yeah, like I said, it's sales space.
talk louder.
Yeah. Sorry. I said we have plenty of time to meet, but not, I was just gonna do some breakout discussions aside these monthly meetings, because, you know, dedicating just a few months, a few minutes, is not gonna get the job done, but that's it for me with the Pups and Pints event. Does anyone have anything else?
Who is attending the Parks and Rec?
I will, and so.
Okay, perfect.
And then, all right, so moving on, topic number 5 is town hall forum discussion, dog park.
okay, so, last year we did this, actually this year, wasn't it? Oh, yeah,
It was
February
February.
11th, yeah, we did. I'll talk about here. All right, so, actually, that's where I met you, Anthony, I met Katie, John, I don't know if you were there for that. John, were you there? Okay, so, Anthony, if you guys remember. Oh, yeah, I was there too. Yeah, well, we're, that was nice, remember was there.
It was on from sidelines.
Yeah.
So we saw that the town hall / dog park forum was a hit, so we discussed trying to do this twice a year. So we could try and do it in February again. However, the 2 dates that I have available, it all depends on the location and how much people I can have, or how much the committee can be part of this event. However, I need a big room in Heritage Hall that's only available for these 2 dates. So September 8th, that's a Monday. I have Heritage Hall available.
September 8th is Tuesday.
Is it a Tuesday?
Oh, wait,
No, 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 it's
just kidding. No, I was wrong. I was in the wrong year.
No, you could, you could. I'll let somebody hold on, I actually double check that. All right, so that's a Monday. Now, October sixth is the next date, which we're gonna look at October sixth.
It's a-
Is
It's
Monday.
also a Monday.
So yeah, so
What
that's, so
time
2
would
Mondays.
both of those days be available?
Yes, yes, sir. So September eighth and October sixth, I have Heritage Hall available at 5:30 to 6:30. And I try to put it that way so that we have this meeting before our dog park meeting, so we can discuss what was stated at the forum. Kind of like we did last.
I think that's
or-
great.
So when.
If we're
okay.
talk- Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good, go.
Yeah, I apologize if I'm talking over anybody. It's kind of hard to time it here. If we're shooting for twice a year, when was our last, did you say it was February? Is that what you said? So,
Yeah, it was February 11th.
Okay, so March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, so I think, what is it? Can we shoot for what was it, September 8th? Because that's the soonest one.
Yeah.
Because that puts
Well,
us at 7 months. I think I'd be okay with that.
Okay, so
I would be
September
okay
8th.
with that too.
I got 2,
This
okay.
is Sue.
September is
Yeah.
good. We need to make sure that we have an agenda item next month to talk about what we want to talk about at the workshop.
Yes, please, because the last one was,
The shed I've got,
while it was well attended, it was absolute chaos.
Ken,
I would like, okay.
Yeah, we definitely need to talk about how we can organize that into a useful
So-
town hall kind of discussion.
I am gonna say what we probably need is some sort of form that people can fill out online. And we can then go through, I mean, Microsoft Forms are very easy to set up. You can put a QR code in the park, we can send it around personally, whatever. But like, then we can collate the responses and say, all right, here are our agenda items, and then any write-ins can come in after. Rather than,
Google Forms,
Yes.
super easy.
yeah, we're still looking for our platforms.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about that, I don't do it.
It's the same job.
I would say we do some kind of survey form and just give the top items on there and just that way, yeah, it ended up being, our meeting was 50 minutes of just people writing stuff down.
Yeah, try to organize.
Yeah, look, there's not enough time to kind of get it. If we're gonna do that setup, we need to do like a 4-hour meeting or something. What's to do?
Well, and I think, yeah, and I think that we collate responses by like
Just number of
2
topics,
weeks
yeah.
beforehand. And then via email, we can all go in, and take a look, or we can schedule a separate one-off half an hour for the committee to sit together and be like, all right, here are our agenda items.
So have like the questions already sent to us and we read it before we did the forum.
Correct.
Rather than like.
Have everyone
We
sign.
started it off of one of the other workshops that had been done by another group.
With less angry people.
Because, yeah, with less angry people on that other group, but we had never done it before.
Yeah,
And so I think since Sue and I are the only ones left that it, like, to plan it, we just did what we could with, with Danny and Nikki's help, so. Any input for making this a better, more productive
oh yeah.
workshop, I'm all for.
I think sending questions ahead of time is great. I think we probably should still have some capacity to take questions in person for those that didn't know or didn't do it. And maybe it's like I don't know, like if there's any guidelines that we can just like have, if you want to speak, raise your hand, you get 2 minutes and then we cut you off and we move on. I think that is worth considering.
I think if we structure with some kind of survey ahead of time, we take, the
Yeah.
top 5 or the top 10 topics, and then we as a group can go say, okay, this is what we're proposing with that. And we present, and then we leave the last 5 minutes for like open discussion versus, walking in, hey, what's everyone's problems when we spent like an hour trying to figure it out. So I think we just gauge the park, figure out what's everyone's pain point, talk about it, and then leave the end of it open for like, hey, anyone have any comments they want to add at this point? And then, anyone that has some comments, say, hey, look, we'll go ahead and take this down to the next one. That way we can keep it structured.
I think we could also have like a form that people could submit while they're on the ground, and like one of us can just be on the call and like collate responses. That way, like even if people don't want to say something with their name attached, with their face attached, they have the ability to do that, honestly. And we can weed those out too, like if people are just complaining to complain, we can be like, well, we're not reading that one.
What else are you expecting?
The flags are the same
Well,
in the dirt and no grass in the dog park were very valid.
I mean,
Let's be honest.
The communications. should be
when
moved
when
to
it comes to people's,
that survey.
sorry again. So when it comes to like complaints and things like that, I think it is important that we find some way to ensure, like even the complaints we don't agree with or that we think are kind of frivolous, that we still make sure that those people feel like they're at least being heard.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know there are definitely some individuals that are like that. But
I agree.
I think there has to be like some way that we can just at least acknowledge, like, okay, we received it, and we can share what your concern was, and then we can move on, like something like that. I don't know. I think this is definitely worth discussing. Like, if we can get like this in place, especially if we're going for the August date, that gives us like, or September, sorry, there's like 2 months. Yeah. But I think all of these are great ideas, like having something ahead of time that we can help organize, having something, in place that in person that people can still talk and discuss there if they have any concerns that haven't already been raised. And just like, having them feel like we hear them, that, we're listening to your complaints and your concerns and we're working to get them addressed when we can.
I'm gonna ask, out of turn clearly, if somebody wants to be point on this, because we should be spreading out some of this amongst so Katie, you're gonna be point on getting the form together, working with communications team.
The form has to come through.
Yes,
We cannot collect personal data
correct.
individually. It needs to be done through Dominic.
But Katie will be the one to like structure the form and make sure we're
Send all the information.
big.
I'll set up a meeting with Dom, myself, I'll put you in there too.
Bring the communications team.
That's a great idea.
Awesome. Thank you, Katie, for taking that on.
It's okay, I'm doing it for work.
Yeah,
The
right?
only thing I'm going on is I am incredibly unavailable the week of Labor Day. We have a major broadcast event that I will be working from 4 AM to 7 PM. So I will be not available the week before this town hall.
That's okay, because if you get it all planned, one of us can help you pick up
Yeah.
any last minute stuff that needs to happen. So, does that work?
Yeah.
Everybody on the phone cool with that?
Yes, I am. Sue.
Yes.
Anything else for the town hall forum discussion? Next item is the alternative usage of the timeout area dog park discussion.
So, do you guys know what we were talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about a memorial garden and a grooming area, correct? Yes. So I love those ideas. And I'm also wondering if, like, granted, that's. Well, it's 2 months from now, so it's not that far in the future, but, is it something that we want put on the form as like a voting, like this idea sounds good to me, or like I have an alternative idea? At least we would have reviews from people who are attending the town hall.
We can definitely add it, but I also think we should just keep going down the.
Oh, we could just exactly. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Not saying it have to, but maybe somebody will have a different, better idea. We're talking about the side where the tree is, making that like the memorial area, and the side where the tree isn't, making that like a dog wash station with like a French drain so that the water's not all tunneled and some
Tables.
yeah, some tables and tapping into the water supply that we already have there. So,
Memorial for dogs or people?
yes,
Either way,
people that go
So
frequently with their dogs.
when Paul eventually passes away, we will
Well, put his collar in there.
we'll get a headstone
A couple of those.
for his ashes.
Oh,
I think Rob was very point of getting a memorial plaque for Ray. That's the next one to mention, that's very, I think memorials, either way, I mean, people use it, I like I said, I've met more people via the dog park in the community than anything, and people use it every day. It is in that space, even though, my dog has personally used the time out area. I don't think there's a need for two. You can make an argument to keep one that's shared between the two, but I think that we need to do something better with that space.
I think you could take that to the concrete area and just.
Those people,
Say, you're thinking about like day for 5 minutes.
I think, most people just, dogs get into things happen, but from what I've seen, most people just, they're like, you know, hey, we're not gonna play well, we're not gonna play today, and they just, yeah, pretty much, and so. It is a dead space, so it's that space behind it, I think, with the gate in between the two.
Yeah, well, that's where the long people.
So Katie's gonna make sure that that gets added to the form for the discussion. And we're gonna.
This is Anthony again.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Sorry, I just wanted to confirm, because I don't think I caught it all the way. So it sounds like we're going to take to the town hall kind of forum that we're doing in 2 months. We're going to take the ideas that we have, and I think those ideas were one side is a grooming station, one side is like a memorial area, and we're going to take those 2 ideas to the forum and see if we get general agreement. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
I
thank
think what we'll phrase it as, hey, this is what we'd like to do with this idea, this area. Do you agree, or do you have a better idea?
I do think if we're gonna put that on the agenda in the form, we need an approximate budget and maybe even a concept.
Agreed.
Like, even if it's just a very basic, like, we'll have 4 bath areas and like.
I think we're also gonna do some kind of survey or thing for the forum discussion, we can add something to it, it's like, hey, you know, we'd rather see A, B, or C done with this space and just kind of see what the assets they, you know, not a vote, but like an informal
Yeah.
vote, like, hey, we're thinking of this for this, like, you know, what do you think would be best?
Did Brian say he was gonna do the plumbing there?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm asking him. Because Brian doesn't do plumbing, so that's
No.
not.
So, no, Brian, no. At that meeting, you and I.
Okay, so we should.
But he did say it when we.
Well, we're going by what, I'm going by what we both heard, and he said no, so I'm not going after Brian for the
It,
fun.
it would need to be bid out and appropriately, like.
No, but if we can have Christian budget, tables, plumbing, labor, all the stuff that's needed, so that we can at least figure out how much this costs. Because that may dictate that we're only doing one.
Yeah, and
And I
if
think
possible,
that's-
I'd like to go with literally any other contractor, because at least someone else would probably get the job done the first time, so.
That's not great, anyway, I think the memorial would be, something along the lines like I wouldn't mind doing a station for like the memorial, like people would do that for that area. I think it should be more as long as like the celebration paying like the upkeep, you know,
Right.
type thing.
Our initial thoughts, last committee, about the memorial thing area was, you know, you talk about those like bridges where people have all rainbow colors, and everything puts tags and collars from their pets.
Yeah.
That's what we were thinking. So a couple of benches in the area, maybe, you know, put down some, stones or something so that we're not like standing in dirt again.
Or the
Bricks or, but put bricks or put some paving somehow. And then we can use the fence that's there to put the collars and stuff like that. It would have been super budget, just a couple of benches and that, so that part won't be the expensive part, I think. I think the more expensive part would be the dog wash.
Yep.
Like rinsing off your dog here before you know, after they've played in the sand pit. That was mostly our concern.
And I don't think for that area, we would need to provide soap, towels, whatever, like, I think we could make it available for
No,
people
sort
to
of
bring their own
tolerate
stuff in. But just make it more convenient for people to watch their dogs rather than like, especially the older population who bend over so far to like.
Right.
the hose.
Just having a space where they can hose off their dog, soak them up, rinse them off. You bring your own soap, you bring your own towels. It's self-serve. It's not, we're not providing all the stuff. We'll give you a
Yes,
space.
A lot of the communities here have like a pet spot.
Thanks.
And so it's, I think that's pretty, but I think it does come in handy because, you know, it's a celebration. There's times where he's been muddy as hell, like leaving the dog park and it's, you know, having that quick rinse, just get everything off of him, gets in the cars. Yeah.
So if we're gonna ask for a contractor for a bid for plumbing, can we also look at adding a hose on the shady side of the large dog park? Because in the summertime, like, we're trekking up and down the field to bring the dog's water back into the shade.
No, this is good.
Right now, he's just getting Christian to give a budget price. We're not in the contractor point yet.
That's,
When we get to that.
yeah, I'm just saying, if you all in one, we probably easier.
So we can take a motion to look into having water added under the shady area. And that will kick off all of the getting a budget, getting like information. So we just need to do a motion first.
A centralized one.
And you need to phrase your motion exactly the way you want it. So that Danny can capture it and we have the things that we want in that motion.
Okay, I would like to motion adding a hose or water line to where the shaded tree area where the benches and the chairs are in the large dog park for easier access to water.
It would be over by where like the water fountain is, more by the gate than by the tree.
That's still better than on the park, so that's fine.
Yeah, because you can't really use the water fountain to get a.
No. And we have people who've brought in like half-gallon jugs that we just refill and bring back to the ones that are in the trees, but like, it is, I mean, we're there at the hottest part of the day too, just like, it's like the Sahara.
Yeah.
So,
Are we able to discuss that?
Yeah, Anthony, go ahead.
Sorry, if we can still discuss that, I'd like to add the small dog side onto that as well. They have the exact same setup, exact same situation.
Yeah.
So if we're pricing things out, I would like to include them as well.
So that would be to add to your motion, putting in a hose or a water accessibility to both the main seating area on the small dog side and the main seating area under the trees on the large dogs.
Which I think would fall in the entrance.
it's, and I was saying,
Yeah.
say, seating area, that everyone's trying to get a hold where.
Well, for the small dog side, there, it's not the entrance, it's,
No, that's why we're not saying seating area, we're saying the entrance, the other entrance.
But also it would be easier too, if you're gonna put a bathing station here to run a hose
Yeah.
underground.
Well, there's already water where the water fountains. There's not that are in the middle of where the
Yeah.
benches are.
Right, that's,
and on the large dog side, the benches are actually closest to the entrance. On the small dog side, they're literally smack
but
down.
yeah, because your people are here and then your hose is here, so you need one here.
You just need one somewhere.
Anyone the second time?
I'll second it. Everybody's. All in favor?
Hold on. So I'm sorry. A lot of that conversation I didn't get to pick up. So what can we express what the motion is again, please?
Danny, read it. Will you read it for us?
Well, I was like seating area.
Right, that's fine.
Okay. Made a motion to add a hose or a water line to the large dog. I'm gonna scratch out the other part, entrance. And we're gonna add a hose or water line to the entrance of the small dog park. So basically the motion was, go ahead.
I'm sorry. So the word entrance, I think that's maybe the discussion I missed. Are we not looking to see what it would cost to go to like the main seating area any longer?
So you say main seating area, if you go to management right now and say main seating area, they're gonna go straight to where you guys are sitting in that main seating area. So we're talking about the entrance where you walk into the dog park. It's in that area, where right when you walk in. Where the hub, where the water, the
main entrance, not the sign.
the main entrance.
Yeah, so no, we're not looking at adding it to the seating area now.
Because we have to word, so even though we're not putting any money down or we're not setting the date, we're still trying to decide what we're going to do with the empty space. However, we want to see how much it would take for us to put in a water line or a hose in the main entrance of the large and the main entrance of the small dog park.
I can
Okay,
tell
and
you
I am
some
so
of the
sorry. I
sewage
think it's just
plans,
because
the
I'm on the
city area,
phone.
it'd be a no anyway. You're just piggybacking
And-
off of the.
You guys are fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, guys, I am so sorry. I think maybe it's because I'm on the phone and I'm not hearing a lot of the discussion. But why are we looking to add water to the main entrance? Was it so that, I guess I missed that part. I must have misunderstood. I'm
Because
so
it's
sorry.
a massive trek to the other end of the park to refill the bottles in the water and make sure that the dogs have water where they are mainly hanging out in the shade.
I think
Is
this was
there
more
already,
like fixing cost anyway.
Isn't there already water on both sides for both parks?
There's a hose at the opposite end of the large park. Large dog park. But it has been like very inconvenient the hotter it gets to have to trek back and forth to refill the water bowls that we have under the shade. So we want to
Oh,
explore
okay, I
the
got it.
hose line to the opposite side.
Okay, so if I say it back to you to make sure I got it, on the large dog side, in that double, triple gated area that's near the center, we're looking to add a hose to that side because there's not one currently. There's only the physical water fountain. Is that a correct statement?
Yes,
Was that, okay. All right, in that case, yeah, I mean, for some symmetry, it'd be cool if we had it on the small, but I think the small is probably less of an issue. I misunderstood the request. I'm sorry.
Explore both sides because the fact is, we're looking at adding that dog wash area right where we would, we would need to just extend it like 5 feet to run a hose into those sides of the park. So it shouldn't be.
there's
much
already,
more.
there's already a
Yeah.
water line here, because there's a water fountain on both sides,
Right,
but it's just a small water.
yeah, we just need someone to tap it basically.
Gotcha.
was-
Okay, thank you.
I was providing direction to do that, what you just said.
Yes.
If you want to run it to the middle of the seating area, that's fine. I don't want to discourage that. You can do that. But the board won't approve to pay for that. It'll have to come out of $17,000. It's
Yeah.
going to cost $15,000.
And it's gonna dig up
Yeah.
all of our new grass.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with it being, it's more just that, like, we were trekking all the way across the park to refill the water. and come back.
Your track is a lot further than, we
Right,
all sit here.
yeah,
I would say this is like something that, I would say, let's see if we do this survey questionnaire, if this is something that's like an item on people's list.
Mhm.
And then B, let's throw it in there for the cost and see what it's gonna add. And just let that,
So we have a motion first to figure out
the cost, yeah.
the costs and that kind of stuff. We still need to approve that motion. Nobody's voted on it yet.
Oh, yeah, I think we, okay.
No, sorry. The issue right now is we just talked about adding a hose to the entrance of the large and the main entrance to large and the main entrance of the small. What are we deciding? If the forum goes to, yes, let's do the wash station, what are we adding to the wash station? We need to figure out a somewhat cost. Are we looking for 2 wash stations? Are we looking for rocks? Are we adding cement, sand? Like, how would you guys in today, if I was making it?
So I can answer
Okay.
that. I'll tell you what my thoughts are for that area at least, only because I've been talking about this one for a while. Here's a map of the dog park, y'all can't see it. On the side of the tree, I would just add some benches, so there's some spots for people to sit.
Just the dog wash.
On the dog wash side, you would probably want the French drains in there, and I would say probably 2, maybe 3 tables. I think 2 tables would probably be fine. One that's a little lower for the big dogs to get up and in onto, one that's a little higher for the tiny dogs, so that there's, a little dog spot and a big dog spot. But
and if we could add, like, even if it's just a lower border on that, to keep them from jumping off the tables.
yeah, I'm not thinking table, I'm thinking like a thing with like a
Yeah.
basin.
Yeah.
I don't want a big old tub, I want something with like, 6 inches deep so that it mentally will keep them on the spot.
Here's
That's
my
fine.
alternative idea is, I think without expanding that dead space area, you can actually eat into some of the concreted space already on the water line along the back of it. You can go off the top of the fence and cover it, and it's a very low budget cost. You're really just adding a tub, a covering, and water, so not busting any concrete. A contractor side fees, like that is the cheapest alternative.
You're talking about just the fence, right?
But everyone gets this, yeah, but essentially.
Just make it.
And there's a part to point is, that we did, let's just say we pick on the small part, for example, you have a water hose here. There's gonna be a water line somewhere here for those, you can dig up that without busting into a lot of the sod. Run a pipe up and that can tie into where you already have a foundation and you can put a covering on the fence and some kind of water tub, one, maybe two, whatever. That would be the cheapest alternative to add a wash station. It would still leave most of the space free to do something.
At the timeout areas of grass?
The timeout areas are grass.
This wouldn't be used in the timeout area at all, actually. This would be actually taking away some of the double
But-
entrance areas.
But then we need new fence.
Not, I mean, it still needs to be a lot cheaper. I think if you look at a cost perspective, I think this would be a more creative, low budget solution because you're not necessarily trying to develop space that's unused. You're taking some space right now that's there that already has a lot of what you need. It's got proximity to what you need and it's gonna be a lower house. Not that we have to or anything, that would be, my vote to kind of say, look, if you want to explore it. Rather than laying a concrete foundation there.
It's completely unused. Nobody goes in there. They store stuff in there on
Yeah.
occasion. So our thoughts were to use that space. If we're gonna do it,
Yeah.
let's actually do it right.
No, it's-
Like, the cheapest solution may be the answer, but also let's see if we can make it something that we're not gonna have to revisit and fix
Mhm.
in a year or two. So if we do it with proper drainage and proper, it'll last a lot longer and we can look at it as an improvement on the amenity, not just for shoehorning a thing in. That would be my argument for maybe taking a little bit longer time and actually doing it a
Do we think it's worth getting quotes on both ways?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's, in my experience in doing like some of the renos and stuff we do, a lot of times they'll just say, look, give me 2 or 3 options that fits us in this space. And then a lot of times we let the cost dictate or the style dictate whatever direction we want to go in. I'm fine either way. I mean, I think it's a great addition to the dog park. I just think, if we're working with, right now, 17 grand, which does not go very far on some things, I think it might be one of those situations where you have to get a little bit creative.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding, if it goes on the piece that's paved, then doesn't that block the door to the park?
Space, you go see it, no, not if you go towards where people bring in their dogs, the 2 gates, there's about 5 or 10 feet of just dead space that no one really uses on each side. Basically, the gate entrances are huge.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there, but and won't block the door to the areas, the 2 timeout areas?
No,
No.
it's there over here.
Yeah.
So he's talking about the right.
The convex rooms
To the center.
Yeah. So the doors are here and this is where we
And
would.
then you can run the plumbing along
So
the slab, just have it pop up.
I'm gonna make a suggestion
There.
that we actually go and look at it again and talk about it before we make our proposal. We don't have to rush to do this.
Mhm.
When we make our proposal, we should do it the right way. We need to finish our vote on adding the water for drinking. And we need to vote on that bit, and then we can talk about this part and getting quotes for that. Does that make sense? So we'll split it up into 2 separate things, because I don't want us to get bogged down in the weeds and then never get anything done, which sometimes has been known to happen, right? So we need to call for the vote
I
on,
think I would say let's,
Oh,
motion
Yeah,
that- yeah, that was
Go
right.
into the votes.
Yeah, that's.
did we vote on it though?
Yeah, you did.
We motioned, there was no vote.
Okay, let's do it one more time.
Motion to add the central hose to the consideration for the budget.
So
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, the ayes have it.
Anthony says aye.
thanks, Anthony.
Unanimous.
Thanks, Sue.
All right.
Sue says aye.
So the next item is the dog park updates.
Okay, Anthony has to drop off. I'm very sorry, guys, but my rehearsal's about to start. So thank you all, and I look forward to talking with you soon.
Thank you,
Okay.
Anthony.
Okay, so today, Brian from Exquisite told me that I gotta speak to him first. Yep. Brian from Exquisite told me that he added the extra sand today. He also added the extra rocks. And the Bahia is still scheduled for tomorrow, but it's not guaranteed. And that's it for the updates.
The Bahia is not scheduled for,
It's scheduled for tomorrow, but it's not guaranteed, so.
If it doesn't happen, don't send an email. That's what that means.
right, but why would it not happen if it's scheduled?
Whether-
Yeah.
Because of the other $2 million worth of work they're doing in town.
Well, and also too, it's,
That's not my issue. I don't give up.
I understand that, which is why I said don't send an email.
I'm not.
It's scheduled for tomorrow.
But what is, again, what's the Bahia thing that they're doing? What is it?
Replacing the dead
Replacing
grass.
dead.
Oh, just in the digress, okay. That was a lot of fun.
it's just right now, he's saying limited supplies, that's what it's saying. Some of the fields that he buys from is underwater and stuff like that,
I would say, when's the last time they, I guess, we walked the space with them, so they know what spots? So there's always like a correlation between what the people.
Well, usually he starts doing it on Monday, when we're close, but with the Bahia, they try and go in, like Ninjas goes in, puts it in, goes out.
No, it's the only thing, could we request that like someone from our committee meet them, at least once or twice a month to walk it?
What we discussed was,
I would
you
let-
guys.
That's got to stay with management. We can't have committee members directing vendors what to do. Management has to do that.
So,
And Christian does that and Danny does that.
so in the past, what we have done as a committee is we have made a recommendation to the board to ask for certain things to be done with the vendors. That's how we've given our input into that. We make recommendations to the board. We can't actually say, hey, go do this.
Because so many people want to be here when they're doing pool cleaning. People want to be here when they're.
Yeah, no,
Like it would be free for all.
I get it, we've got partner use, so I just think from what I see at the dog park is there's a big disconnect between the communication between the park. The people taking care of the dog park and then the people that use the park, and so I thought it'd be beneficial as one was not to micromanage, but to be like, hey, you know, this is kind of what we're thinking of here. You know,
Putting that in an email to Danny.
Right. Normally,
That's the
what
best way
we've
to do
done
that.
for that is we get together with Danny. We can walk it with Danny anytime we want and say, hey, these are the spots that we're worried about. And then Danny will work through the actual change.
And send pictures and
Yeah.
everything like that. That's all fine.
okay,
And that's what we did, that's what we done, like Paul called me and said.
yeah.
No.
No.
No, we're laughing because someone at the dog park does like impressions of the calls Paul used to do. I was like, does Danny actually listen to those voicemails or does he just call them
No,
back?
I didn't, I didn't listen, I
He's
didn't.
an owner of the commission, and all sides and pulling the guests and stuff.
Sorry, Sue, we're all talking over.
From
That's
what I
okay.
see, it's different. The only other thing I had as a recommendation is sort of.
Yeah, I just have a clarification, Danny. There was a specific budget to do all the improvements to the dog park. Did the lack of sand, the tree that never got cut down, the extra grass, the extra sand, all that, was that extra above and beyond the budget? Or did we have to pay Brian more?
We have to be on board, the only thing that was added was the extra timber.
Hey, Sue, you need to
And
be,
then
Pardon?
were you saying something to us or were you talking to your husband?
No, actually, my dog wants to eat and I said, be patient. I'm sorry. Okay, go on.
So, can you hear me, Sue?
Yes, I can.
No, he didn't get paid, the only thing he got paid extra was, I'm sorry, I'm trying to. For the camera see. He was only paid extra for the extra timber that we added to close off the sand pit. The extra rocks, which wasn't on the budget, and then the actual sand,
The extra sand.
extra sand.
Yeah.
So that was it. So all of a sudden, but the Bahia, that's on warranty. So whatever we change Bahia, it's under warranty, so it's no cost to us.
Okay.
But with the confusion that we had with the sand pit, mud pit, whatever pit it is. This is why this committee has to be very blunt on what they want with whatever that we decide to do in these two empty spaces.
Correct.
So no one tub, no two tubs, it has to be specific on what we want.
And I'm sorry, clear, when you say extra sand, do you
Then the
mean
sand,
extra
so
sand, or do you mean sand because?
So there was no sand that was voted. So that's what the thing, so it was the
So we
sand
had charged extra.
for the sand, but not the
Yeah.
extra sand today, not the extra sand today.
Okay.
Yeah, not the extra sand today.
The original sand and the last two pieces of wood were how it was originally designed. I know some people disagree.
But we paid extra for it.
You didn't pay extra, you just paid for it.
Okay,
Because we,
There wasn't an extra charge.
I see,
It was, can you add sand to this and close the box?
gotcha.
Yes, this is how much that costs. That wasn't the original design. The original design was for it to be open.
So we got, to
And
be
to be
clear,
different.
we got exactly what we asked for with the first bill. We were not
Yes.
any extra labor or materials.
okay, so what we keep saying extra is because I said extra today, but that was already part of what we did the second time around.
Yeah.
For the sand side.
Gotcha.
But
So,
you did mention the dead tree that is still there.
The dead tree was also never a thing to be done. It was discussed. But it was never on the quote, it was never voted, so nobody can say he didn't take down the tree, because we never asked him or paid for him to take down the tree.
So do we need to, as a committee now, make a recommendation to ask for that to be done?
If you want to.
I mean, it's a.
Which tree is it? Is it in the small park?
Is that something that money needs to be spent
That's a
on?
big
If you think so, then yes.
It's in the big dog park. You got a big old dead tree, like,
I was thinking it was over by
like right,
the, yeah,
it's right here-ish.
yeah. I guess we feel like it's worth adding. Okay, no,
Is the tree in danger of having limbs fall off and hurting people or pets?
no.
We should ask him that.
But I'm saying,
That would be my biggest question.
Does he think that tree was come down? We should ask Brian.
That would be my concern. If we just leave it out there.
Even dead trees trying to do that in this town, you have an army of people who will chain themselves to that tree and let it just be dead.
I just don't understand why we would even bother to keep a dead tree.
Because it costs like $6 to take a
and
tree.
get the roots out and the stumps.
It's fried with the for free.
I believe that.
So I guess we want a motion to ask an opinion on removal of the
We can just start.
Yeah.
Tom's gonna do it.
All right, anyone else, any dog park update questions, comments?
About this tree though, when I asked, he says it's okay, we're gonna talk about it in our next meeting.
Yeah.
I look forward to that.
Correct.
I did have one thing I wanted to add for consideration, if you want to ask for opinion. When I do travel home, there or home where I'm from, they do a thing where they rotate the parks. So it's in consideration for the longevity of the grass and the stuff that's there. I wanted to get at least an opinion on people if they would want to consider rotating monthly the big dog and the small dog park. The idea is essentially the big dogs tear up the grass a little bit more, because they're heavier, they play a little bit harder, and then you flip it back to basically rotate it, so
We
as.
don't want you trashing our tiny dog park. Obviously, it's a representative of the tiny dogs.
Yeah, no, so you do it if a mom's gonna run it, what it does is it gives the grass a chance, that you don't have, 110-pound dogs trampling on it like constantly. So because it basically, you have a month and then you flip it, the little dogs don't tear up as much, and it gives it a chance to go.
Makes sense.
I would say the only
People will
and
never.
then personally, with the big dog that loves the sand pit, I know it would bring a different question, but I do say with my experience here in dealing with a year of getting new grass, I would say in favor of trying to keep it as long as we can.
So
So I'd like to throw out there.
on that topic, keeping the grass as long as possible, we have talked extensively with Brian about all of us as a team, keeping our eye on the grass. And when we see a spot where it needs to be replaced, we proactively have it done right then, like not waiting until 3/4 of the park looks like it's, dead. There is no digging pit, sand pit on the small dog side. So every other month, you would end up with
Yeah.
the big dogs going, hey, where am I gonna dig? This looks like a great spot. And historically, our dog park population has not excelled at filling in those spots. That's just the historic problem we've always had. So I personally would not be in favor of swapping, also because our population is smart, but sometimes not that smart. And I feel like we would have the dogs.
Yeah. Oh,
Big
yeah.
dogs, small dogs, and big dog, like,
Yeah.
even when we just did it for this time period, people are like, which day is my dog on?
Well, yeah, yes, it was good, yeah, I get this like every other day.
So that's as diplomatically as I can.
You can put it on the survey to go out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hold to your list of things that ask.
Right. That was it for me with the, I guess, the dog park update. I got other things that I'll kind of go down, but,
Is there any other update from,
But that is it, that's the bit I got from.
what about getting the bushes, growing them up, anything with pulling the weeds, like,
And now that was the only update I got. Now I just noticed they let those bushes grow a little bit. They're letting it grow.
because we want to get up to
Yeah.
the top of the.
So they left it like, they're letting that, but as far as the weeds, that's the only update I got from Brian. Maintenance, watching Christian Ralph today, so I couldn't get an update from them about what they've done there, but that's all.
Oh. We've got, I mean, we have a pretty serious bug issue on the large side, like, people are getting bit by ants. I walked away with 7 bug bites the other day. I don't know if it was ants, mosquitoes, spiders, whatever. I mean, I was talking to someone the other day and a spider went down my forehead, like, it's an issue under the shaded tree area. That is an issue, like.
I only say that because
Yeah.
most of Florida is trying to get.
Yeah, but it's like particularly bad where we're walking away with multiple bug bites after it.
mosquitoes should be the state bird at this point.
Yeah.
So
And there's at least a remedy for getting rid of the red ant. Because those are my too.
So the pesticides that are used in the park were the ones that we as a committee last year researched and maybe the year before.
Was that pesticides or was that,
It was pesticides for dealing with, it was herbicides and pesticides.
okay, because I remember the herbicides, I don't remember pesticides.
There should have been some to talk about that.
I don't know if there's any pesticides used at that park, actually.
There may not be, I don't remember now, I will fully admit it. There should be. But we need to, if that's something we need to address in the park, as a committee, we need to research pet-safe pesticides to take care of these. Because we know our dogs eat the crap on the ground.
Yeah.
We know that they're chewing mulch, licking random things, and so we fought really hard to be able to use pet safe product in there. So it's incumbent upon us to do the research on pet safe pesticides as
You
well.
said you already did it too, right?
I did the herbicides for
Okay.
like not using Roundup.
It was like specific,
Yeah.
a cut sheet was provided and it said, this is the one you have to use, so you
Okay.
can dig that.
I read,
But it was just herbicides, it was not pesticides.
I read so many MSCF sheets, like, I should have a chemistry degree and I don't
And
even.
then is it once a month? I think I know it's like on Mondays when it's blocked, but how often do they spray the herbicide?
Well, because of the whole discussion about chemicals and stuff like that, he only will spray if there's complaints.
Okay.
So when I would get a call and say, hey, can you please have them spray, it's getting really bad, I'll ask, hey, can you please get someone here?
And then they
We
would.
try and do it the day that.
I will say, someone recently told me they got to the large dog park at whatever, 3 p.m. on Monday when it opened, and the guys were just leaving, having sprayed their herbicide, which is an issue because it's supposed to sit for a couple of hours.
So
That's not good.
no, it's not, but
Right.
Sounds.
But here's the thing, this is why, in the beginning, we used to have it closed all day. It's because we could, it was always, you gotta get it done by this time, okay, but things happen. So if this is a concern, we may need to rethink closing all day. I mean, you have no issues,
So,
but the town doesn't like that, so we give you a heads up.
but that's survey.
Let me
Absolutely.
say, can I interject here? There
Yeah.
needs to be a great awareness to the chemicals that is put on that grass. And people need to understand, because any dog owner who truly understands the ramifications of those pesticides would never want their dog on it.
Is there, do you have the, do we have the information of what you? Yeah.
I'll send it to everybody.
Because I'm happy to like add it in as a link out in the form and be like, FYI, this is what we put on the grass, you should be aware.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
That's just for weeds.
That,
Yeah,
right,
but it's the chemical.
right, but it is just for weeds, and it was at the time we were researching, the least possible like harmfulness, and we specifically initially had the park closed for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And that raised a huge fuss, because then they could put the stuff down and it would dry fully before dogs would be on it again. But everybody had a cow about it, so we backed off and we narrowed it down to 6 hours with a lot of negotiation with the community. So either we want to protect our pups from this, or we want to have access for them to just, do whatever on a Monday afternoon.
I don't give people a choice, give them the.
Yeah.
On.
But no one's in it.
But they have that up to now, like, I don't take my dog.
But you make it public, this is what's in the chemicals,
Right.
this is, it could go down any
You gotta
side
get
of
people
Monday.
looking at stuff.
It's been so many times.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're also talking about people who like either weren't part of, like weren't attending the meetings, weren't aware, so like. We now have, with the influx of new people, we have an ability to keep spreading that message and like,
So I've written articles in the magazine about it.
not everybody gets mad.
Not everybody should, it's just make it.
Listen, we have to.
I'm gonna ask
So
this.
we have community.
Now, speaking of communications, one of the things I have on like my wish list with the committee was, I know a lot of people have brought this up, was some kind of group text or like an info sheet. Is there a way, if we put together a dog park specific newsletter, that can get published to the appropriate people? Or like a text group or QR code, anything?
We can put anything we want on our website, on celebration.fl.us.
Yeah.
We can write up articles, we can do any of that stuff. Somebody needs to have the time to do it. And then the communications, group, the team, will post it for us, okay?
It can also be in Monday matters.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We have some-
Protection, you gotta get your little paw print.
We have tried.
No, but Danny, can you make this happen technically?
Text, we don't have texting throughout the community currently.
Email, yes. I think that there is a route where we can tell the communications team, like, I understand we can't tap the people who have previously signed up, but can we ask them, like, specifically, this is a dog park information piece. Either that, or they need to let us run our.
So we can go, so that will know, because you've heard me.
We had a meeting with Belinda, who was the manager of communication. We discussed what we wanted, and it went to the communication committee, and they were like, no. So we can address it again,
Wait, why did they say no?
because
Is that this year?
we had,
Yes,
sure.
absolutely.
Now, listen, I never say
Belinda's
never.
not here anymore.
Never say never,
That
so,
was the problem.
so never say never, so this is something.
I think
I think we can address it again.
I have been asking for at least 2 years, at the very least, Sue can tell you probably longer than that, for us to be able to specifically email out to the people who are registered at the dog park. It's a switch in a database,
Mhm.
but I've been told 47 times to Sunday that we can't do.
What I would like to do, if everyone's okay with this, would it be possible for Jill and I to have a meeting with this person before the next committee meeting, so that way we can.
Can I would like to.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, every time we have a new chair, I always sit us all together with whoever.
We do,
So, yes, we.
so now that we have a chair,
Okay.
and a co-chair, because we did it for the first 2 meetings,
So we can have a.
We're good,
now
we got it.
yes, now we can actually have the meeting, but we always.
I would like to go to that too, and I'm gonna still have Katie, who's the liaison for the communications. I don't see why we're not doing this. This is dumb. And I didn't know that this wasn't happening, so we can do this.
I
I didn't know about this though.
So never say never, right?
We can do this. The one question is, what is this, a once a month newsletter? Because content is not easy.
content,
It doesn't have to be a newsletter. It can be like once a month. Here are the important dates you need to be aware of. Like, here's the dog park article that was written for the magazine linked out. Like, it doesn't have to be super fancy and whatever, like.
we talked about doing it quarterly,
Okay,
and we couldn't even get. a
Excuse me.
quarterly.
Go
Yes, Ann?
ahead, Sue.
Okay, I'm sorry, because you guys are kind of behind me, so I'm sorry when I interrupt. I didn't mean to.
You're good.
But it needs to
I'm
be,
sorry.
it needs, people don't want to read much. If you can't put it in a paragraph, they're not probably going to read it.
Oh,
People
even
who take their
bullet
dog into
points.
that dog park should have the facts. Some very simple facts, because when they do, if they're good dog owners, which anybody, most 100% are good dog owners, when they know the facts, they're going to say, oh, I didn't know that. No, I understand now.
Yeah,
No, I think this is just about trying to get a meeting to discuss what we can and can't do.
but I agree with you, Sue, that
Yeah.
it needs to be very easy, like bullet point list, honestly, of like, here's the next meeting, here's when the town hall is, here's the link to the form, like very
She's
simple.
talking about the chemicals in the dog.
Oh, yeah, well, that's,
She's back on it.
can we have a joint meeting with communications committee? Or can we be on their agenda as a topic?
We can try. We can try. I mean,
That's what needs to happen, because there's a lot of different things that are on communication.
Every single new communication manager that we have had, I have sat down with.
Yes, they've all been terrible.
Yeah,
let's just do this separate.
I'm just saying, I can only work with what I got.
I know.
So if we've got a new one, I would love to sit down again, because we've talked about communication for how many years now?
I
mean-
I've been here so far.
I don't even think this is, I mean, when I talked to Katie about this, I think we can just say, yes, this can happen. We can put this on the board agenda for next week.
And it doesn't have to be cool, like every month. If we have enough content for every month, sure,
I
but
think,
we all have business
Can I ask
lives.
a side question here? Because I know we have like the celebration, like the Facebook group. Is there an official celebration Facebook running with dogs?
Yes, not for them.
The dog park.
Did we get?
that is a hard I've been playing.
So then,
We would have to ask that this,
So-
someone has to maintain that.
So that's-
And like,
We can provide the content. All we have to do is
We can provide a group post if that makes the name, but basically,
that one's,
when I say communication.
That one's under, because all of that has to come officially through town hall and the board, like, all of our communication, because we're an advisory committee.
This person can answer that question when we.
they can't answer that question.
No.
That would go to the board, and that's the whole thing.
Well, there.
But a
What-
newsletter,
Okay.
come on.
May I just enter one more thing? Is
Sure.
the first and foremost important thing, besides where the water's at, if there's a sand pile, if they're picking up the poop, is that people need to know that their dogs are safe and that they're safe. And unless this is tackled in a very professional way, it's very shaky as far as I'm concerned about the chemicals that are putting in that grass and the time allotted for it to dry out, which they say is actually longer than what they want to tell you.
No, I agree. I think right now we're trying to figure out a central point to communicate, because I can tell you what, all I know about the chemicals is every time when I show up, there's like a little stick in the ground that says like pest control was done. It's like, I don't know.
real.
No one really knows. So I think you're right that people do, to Claire's point, have a right to know what's being used and choose whether or not they want to participate with their pet.
But it's about, anyone can ask town hall, they can get that.
You just gotta tell Yeah.
Somebody needs to very quickly get when and what.
Mhm.
And then third is how to communicate that. So.
And that needs to be in Monday matters whenever anybody wants it.
Again, not everybody gets that though. I had to
But they
specifically,
can.
I had to ask twice for them to actually turn it on for me. Like it took
But
two
the,
separate.
the exact same thing will happen with the dog park news.
Which is fine, but like, I'm saying that like the problem that we're running up against is that I have been told like, oh, it's in Money Matters, it's in the magazine, it's in the whatever. But like, you have to put information in front of people's faces 3 separate times.
Yes.
It's not, the enemy of the good.
Yes.
It's in separate places, but start getting it out now, it's critical.
And it has been out, like, I'm not saying it's out all the time.
I've never seen it. I've heard it indirectly from people in the park, but none of the stuff that I read have I ever seen it.
And it's also not necessarily to find the dog park page of the town hall. That is a problem.
The whole website.
Like, it's hard to even find the town hall website. Like, you have to go through 7 Google hits.
I will say we have 5 minutes left in this meeting, so I just wanna,
Yeah, we
whatever
need,
else needs to be reviewed.
two-factor authentication,
Yes.
that we need to talk.
Yep.
So we voted on that at the last meeting. It was not unanimous. 2-factor authentication will be now reduced to, I want to say every 90 days.
So here's my issue with the multi-factor. I understand the need for it. I don't want to download a third MFA app.
I understand that, it's not,
Why can't it be my phone number?
Why can't
you
you do
can't,
that?
you can select.
No, it's not letting me do that. It's forcing us into Microsoft Authenticator. It's not giving us.
I don't text.
Okay, well, then that
Because you
needs
and
to
I
be
have
talked
had
about.
access, wait. You and I have had access prior to this committee being sat this year. I still have access because I have one more try with my phone number before it's gonna force me to download the Microsoft app. I get that warning every time. So the next time I have to like re-authenticate, it's gonna make me download, and that's the only reason why I can still get it. Nobody else has been able to get their email. Because it wants them to download a Microsoft Authenticator app. I'm not doing.
I have no
I
problem
don't
with
know
multi-factor authentication. It sent me a text, yeah, it's the fact that like we have to download a third version, like I already have Okta and Duo. And probably Google too, and then also text messages, like why am I downloading a third app for a volunteer position? That's ridiculous.
You don't have to tell me, I
I
agree. I'm the one
agree.
who brought this up and made it a
Yeah.
thing. It used to be every week it needed to be authenticated.
I mean, my existing accounts every time. Okay, so I totally get that, like, I'm not against multi-factor authenticating as a general rule. I just want them to be talking on the phone number option, especially for those who are volunteer.
That-
Like,
Email that to Don.
But
What has he said?
I can tell you that,
basically your SMO.
That's
Can you
exactly.
forward me that email? The emails he sent back to you, forward those to me.
the only thing I will comment to, because I'm indifferent either way, I already have to deal with it a ton with the software we use, but I will say as for our software that we provide for our guests and our owners, or we use the barrier as a company to get past, what they call like, just to be able to text people now, whether they opt in or not, is like a barrier. So in a lot of ways, a lot of these email companies, Microsoft, Google, whatever, they have their own authentication thing. The threshold for me to be able to test, like, we have guests that book vacations all over the world, and the waiting period we had to go through just to be able to text them. We weren't. It's different, so I think that's probably what's going on, if anything, is getting the approval to be able to send SMS messages to do this, it's something that's not working.
I don't think so, because Alan has.
But it's different though, so Alan won't let you text someone unless you have that.
I just forwarded it to your town hall address, because that's the one that popped up.
Yeah.
The exact reply from Dominic was, we understand the inconvenience and we appreciate your feedback. However, this is part of our IT security policy and is required to protect sensitive information. Access to celebration committee emails must go through the approved MFA process using the Microsoft Authenticator app. Right there.
Okay,
That's ridiculous.
I just need you to send that to me.
I forwarded this one. And I'm happy, 2FA doesn't bother me, like, I was in security for 25 years, I'm fine. I don't want yet another authentication method.
I'll tell you, this almost didn't pass with the board because other people wanted to make this more difficult for no reason. So
I mean,
I'll take those to Dominic and find out why that's not the case. Because that should be an option.
if that's an option, I'm good to go, like,
Yeah, I have no problem.
But you also can log into your email just through the web browser, like there are ways to get.
and it requires,
Without an authentication.
it requires authentication on my phone.
Okay.
It requires authentication on the web browser too,
Yeah.
but I can't.
Have you tried that in the last week?
No.
But don't do it right now because I want to go.
I can try it right now.
But I would say checking that because we just voted on that last Wednesday. That just happened.
If everything
Trust me, I'm fully in support of this is all stupid, but I am not the only one who gets the vote. There were 4 of us that voted for it, so.
unless there's anything else, the next item is the next dog park meeting.
I have one thing re the website is that we need to update the committee members and also spell my name correctly.
Yeah, we just need to send an email for that. Cause I missed it that one.
Send it up to Danny.
Please, yeah, please do.
What
You
you
can
guys?
send that.
Cindy, how you, I don't know how they spell your name, they spell it.
Katy, which is just not even remotely close.
Please, please. Please.
It's kind of that other key.
She sends a lot of emails.
Next dog park meeting would be
Okay, just let me in on the,
August,
without authenticating. Go ahead, sorry.
would be August
Yeah, it has to change
19th.
then.
I have it right.
That's the third Tuesday of August,
And
it's the 19th.
That'll be, here at the Highland Village.
And we need to have a Tuesday.
No, yeah,
I'm gonna do that from 5:30 to 7.
I'm gonna keep it 7, yeah. I'll let you oppose to that, but you guys.
No, we're running out of time now, because we're chatting.
I will not be able to make that date.
Okay,
Okay,
are
This
you
is
out?
Sue.
Yeah. Are you on vacation?
Yeah, I will be gone.
Can it be the week before?
The 12th?
if that's a Tuesday?
Yeah.
That's the Tuesday.
I think, let's, okay, so.
So
let's
I'll
try
make,
the-
I'll make a motion that the next dog park meeting either be the 19th or the 12th, pending Danny being able to get
The location.
a location.
Okay,
Preferably the 12th, but the 19th as our normal date if possible, from
Okay.
5:30 to 7 PM.
Are you guys
Okay.
okay with?
It's 100 feet away, I'm good.
Joe, I know you're good. So Sue, you would be okay with that? You're okay with?
I can just I can't do that, but don't plan. for it.
yes, yes.
People, so,
19th, only not 12. I'll be literally in a plane on the 12th. I would like to be in a plane on any day.
I don't go anywhere.
okay, all right, so who, okay, you motion that, Joe, who second?
Nobody.
Second.
All in favor?
Um,
Aye.
Thanks, Sue. Okay,
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Motion to.
motion to adjourn the meeting.
Yeah. Aye. All in
Aye.
favor?
Meeting adjourned. Sorry if I took over. Thank you, Sue. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I apologize for taking over, but
I've not, no, honestly, I've not done parliamentary procedure since.
I mostly get it right since I've got so much.
I'm not gonna action on the MFA thing, it's just.